Welcome to the daily meditation. How simple it shall be during this practice to allow yourself to find inner peace. How simple it shall be during this meditation to allow yourself freedom in recalibration. How simple it shall be throughout this meditation to give your mind permission in recalibration and upliftment. As you close the door on the mind's past events and experiences, you can then choose to open your hearts to the natural beauty of balance and harmony. Now, weave your attention within the breath as you notice this subtle exchange. As though you can notice every tiny lobe within your lungs expanding and contracting with ease and exchange. Notice each section of the lungs responding with a natural rhythm. Lower, mid, and upper. And from the lungs, allow the mind freedom to expand that exchange throughout the entire body. And when appropriate, check posture and if needed, adjust, as always, whereby one shall find the best position for the best outcome, for the best experience. Now add an inner smile. How blessed is one that can enjoy celebrations in the company of others that one feels comfortable in relaxation. Bring on board a wonderful sense of ease as you breathe. And for the next few moments, settle into that rhythm whereby the mind shall find natural balance. Natural balance, natural balance. So relax the body physically, emotionally, mentally. Thus, all the different variables that allows you to be a complete being in human expression can then adjust and assist each other in kind. Again, remember that inner smile. And as you bring on board that inner smile, soften those eyelids. Smooth out the forehead. Add freedom to the temple. Relax the nose, mouth, chin, jaw. Back to the ears and scalp, temple. No force, no effort. Remember to breathe. Let's say you have an itch. Do you ignore it? Let's say you feel you need more oxygen and you yawn. Do you ignore it? Let's say you begin to notice someone's watching you. Do you ignore it? How simple it is to recognize the subtleties, just like a tiny itch that may be so minute, yet it continues to distract you. Now, what if you finally realize that nothing happens accidentally? What if you did not have peripheral senses? You would not be aware of your external environment, would you? Via the tactile response. Now imagine if you allow yourself now freedom in greater expansion and exploration. choosing the best breathing practice, as always, that allows you expression by health, well-being. Go within. All layers respond. Go within. All layers respond. All layers respond. What is the difference between one day and 1 year? What is the difference between 1 second and 1 hour? And what if you began to recognize the mind's interpretation of time and space? Though simple to read and perhaps begin to contemplate, it may take a lifetime to fully understand these simple guidance in exchange. What is the difference between 1 day and 1 year? What is the difference between 1 second and an hour? Does time really exist? Continue to bring on board a loving inner smile for the next few moments as you give yourself complete freedom to merge within your deeper self, with the objective to find the connection between your conscious awareness and time in exchange. Now imagine, if you can, the part within your brain that allows you human experiences. Imagine, if you can, that part of the brain that allows you the freedom of smell, taste, touch, sound, and so on. In the same time, imagine that part of the brain that allows you to remember the experience. The wonderful thing about imagination is it is unlimited. So for the next few moments, imagine you're accessing the part of the brain that allows you the freedom in exchange via the senses. Go in. As always, the way you think shall influence the way you feel. So notice how you're choosing to think and become aware of how that feeling shall further complement the thinking process. Find inspiration. As always, note the aspects that you call family and reflect upon the internal unity of all the different variables that make you unique as you are. Find the family of the self. And begin to allow yourself freedom in restoration of what you may consider as health and well-being completely. If you wish to improve your running, then you must improve the way you visualize yourself running. Whatever you're seeking to create, manifest, and experience, first shall find you in your mind. So go within now. Find inspiration. Go within. Find inspiration. Go within. Yet, choose to be comfortable in relaxation as you allow an inner smile to flow within you in exchange. Let's say it is possible to be far more relaxed in health and well-being, whereby the more relaxed you are, the more improved you shall be in regards to manifestation of what you're seeking. Let's put it to the test as I count from 10 to 1. Imagine each count is an inspiration for you to double that mode of rest. 10. Yet mentally visualize what you are seeking in manifestation. 9. As though it has already become a reality. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Is there a difference between noon and midnight? Daylight and night? Let's say those senses that you are comfortable with never existed in your life. How would you choose to interact with this reality? Imagine if you could not access any of your senses. Would this reality exist? As you relax all the way down to 1, be the 1, primary number. Be the 1. Go within and interact with that internal family in communion. Now with ease, go within the neural processing exchange within your brain. Imagine now you're choosing to activate specific parts of the brain that is responsible for specific outcomes that you're seeking. Be it physical, emotional, mental, tune yourself to it. Let's say you were to see different shades of a color. Are you aware of how your mind interprets the different variables? Find empowerment. Go within. And what if you've decided to let go of anything that may still be lingering that is holding you back in regards to your health and evolution? What would it take for you now to coordinate with a family unity within and unite to set it free? Unite to set it free. That is how simple it shall be. Unite as a collective within yourself and set yourself free, whereby success is unlimited. Unite and set yourself free. Have you come to realize that every thought in your entire life has been connected to other thoughts? If so, you could trace yourself back to the original thought. Imagine that. Once upon a time, there was an original thought that has triggered every other thought into motion right up to this particular moment in your life. And if you were to follow the trails of your thinking, you shall find that everything that has occurred to you in your life was a byproduct of this timeline in thinking. Imagine that. If this timeline did not exist, then you could not exist. If you could not exist, then what has occurred to you would not exist. Imagine that. Thus, if you could look back and see all the times of joy, happiness, upliftment, you would find it originate within this timeline of thinking. This would go for every single emotion. Imagine that. Every single emotion. Everything that you have ever manifested in your life, from your wardrobe to the toothpaste that you use, and the way you choose to dress and your diet all stems back to this timeline of thinking. Imagine that. Everything that has ever occurred and shall ever occur in your life shall be connected to this timeline of thinking. So one who's wise refines communication with that timeline and purposely sets into motion the best outcomes that one is seeking. So put it to the test now. Go within. Go within. Be empowered by your state of mind in relation to the byproducts of your objective. Continue to find clarity in the understanding that everything that shall ever occur to you from this moment forward shall find you due to this connection in thinking. Thus, you change your thinking, you change the outcome. How simple is that? You change your thinking in attachments, you change the outcome in experiences. Now imagine, if you can, with clarity, that your mind does not know sweetness from salt, day to night. It's a perception that the mind has accepted due to your senses and taste buds and so on, that shall give the mind the impression what sweetness is and sour is, what day is and what night is. So if you're wanting change, then change those impressions. It is simple, as you have control over how you may choose to think. You change your thinking, you change your life. You enhance your thinking, you enhance your life. You replicate the same patterns and you achieve the same in outcomes. Imagine that. Go within and find inspiration from your pure nature in exchange. Whatever thoughts finds the mind shall influence the mind. Let's say you have an itch and you visualize that you've itched that itch to the point where your brain begins to accept that. What would happen to that itch? Would it still itch? For whatever your mind has accepted, it will bring about the change. Remember that. Let's say you have discomfort, and in your mind you visualize that discomfort no longer exists. Don't be surprised to find that your body automatically relaxes. The mind will create the outcome. Your body has to follow. How amazing is that? Your body has to follow. So before you act, think. Enhance the outcome by your thinking. This is meditation. Be empowered. Go within. Imagine you're living a life in a dream and you awaken in that dream. Some may state categorically that they can awaken in a dream and enjoy the dream. You can change whatever you wish in your dream once you realize there's a dream. You can do the same in the physical form once you understand the illusions of time and space. What is the difference between 1 day and 1 year? And 1 minute and 1 hour? Is there a difference? Be empowered now. Find an inner smile. Be empowered now and reclaim your entire thinking process. Be inspired now in the knowing that your future is filled with abundance in all aspects of your being. And all you need to do as you are now is take quality time in expanding upon those thinking processes in exchange. Be positive. Fill your hearts with joy and love and light. Fill your life with the best impressions and connections. And leave behind what is no longer relevant and redundant, unless you prefer to replicate the same somewhere in the future timeline of exchange. Be positive. Love the family within and bring the whole family together, whereby each shall in turn assist each other and enjoy the company of the self in unity. Remember that inner smile. See your whole life to come in clarity, in celebration of your successes. That was a byproduct of the collection of thought patterns that you decided to allow to connect to each other. Now, lovingly deepen your breath. Bring your full awareness purposely back to your physical body. Notice the thoughts and sense the senses. As always, feel grounded and connected to Mother Nature itself. When appropriate, awaken the fingers and palms. And then gently place one or both palms comfortably upon the heart in full gratitude and appreciation of all that life offers in exchange and experiences. And until we interact again for the next practice, may the universal light continue to bring to you greater inspiration, whereby you shall allow yourself freedom in multilateral thinking in exchange for the best experience that is available to any sentient being. Today, be love, be light, and live a life of pure joy in inner peace and exchange.